kitchen. En la prima cosa, the first thing che dobbiamo fare, that we need to do, is prendere il fadale, is to get a beautiful fadale without knocking anything over. And I have an amazing, delicious meal for you today. And it's all about health and nutrition, but super delicious. And I want to say hello. I don't have my glasses, but hello to all you beautiful people. And this is a lemony yellow lentil with salmon, but I'm also going to be having little twists here and there. And it's all about for optimum health. And what I have here is that I have taken 1 lemon, I have grated the lemon, and I have the entire juice of a lemon. I have the entire, like I said, I have grated the lemon, and what I've done is I've taken a half a teaspoon of the lemon, so far so good, with a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of red pepper, and then I have ground it and make this wonderful concoction, because that's what I'm going to put in this beautiful wild-caught salmon that we are going to be having with this amazing dish. And then what I did is I took another half a teaspoon and I have added it to this wonderful, delicious red quinoa. And I have already cooked the quinoa, so I'm going to be walking you step by step, but I have a half a teaspoon of the lemon zest goes in here. And remember, the other half a teaspoon goes in here, and this is for us to get our salmon rocking and rolling. Okay. And then the remainder of the entire, I had a pretty big lemon. I used everything organic, and I guess right now the lemons are huge, and I was able to get quite a bit of lemon zest. And then what I have here is I have some cherry tomatoes, and I just have these nice little long guys. And I have a quarter chopped of them over here. And I'm going to show you how I chop them, and I'll get to that in a minute. And then what I do is I have a cup of celery, a cup of wonderful carrots. And what I did, guys, is I put the carrots in the microwave oven and I put them for 1 minute. That's it, to kind of get them pre-cooked to make things go faster. And then what I have here is I have a 1 cup of chopped onion. So I have 1 cup chopped red onion, 1 cup chopped carrots, and 1 cup chopped celery. Very easy transaction. I have 3 tablespoons of olive oil is in here. I also have 2 cloves of garlic that I have chopped. I also have 2 teaspoons of ghee that I have right now, and I'm just going to start my pan because I want to get my ghee melting in here. Because what I'm going to do first is I am going to cook my fish first. So get yourself a little tent, get some saran wrap, get yourself a little tent. So, and what I want to do is I want to bring my wonderful salmon. And I'm going to, as this is melting, I'll continue to go over my ingredients. What I have here is that I have cooked, partially cooked, and you can do this the night before, because guys, I did this the night before because this morning I had a workshop that I did, and what I have here is I have 1.5 cups of yellow lentil. Look how beautiful this yellow lentil is, and pretty much I also have here a teaspoon of granulated garlic, a teaspoon of black pepper, and I have 2 teaspoons of salt that I'm just going to keep on the side. Now I also have here is I have taken some almonds slices, and what I did is I have browned them, and I have a quarter cup of actually I have a half a cup of toasted almonds in their sliver ones. And then remember what I have here is I have a good cup of the red quinoa, and but we'll get to that in a minute. So what I want to do is I want to bring your attention to the fish first. Remember that we did salt and pepper and also a lemon zest. So what I have here is I'm going to take my wonderful, oh yeah, I want to get this guys nice and literally, not Italy, literally. And I want these to be nice and seared. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to put this, I have the skin side down, and I'm not going to touch it. Because, you know, I don't mind if it's going to share this, because it'll have the little fishy flavor. So right now, I just want to leave that the way it is. In the meantime, I'm going to move my plate out of the way. And I'm going to bring your attention to the red quinoa. The red quinoa. Remember that we used a half a teaspoon of the lemon zest. And that's what I'm mixing, the lemon zest. And I am going to do the entire half a cup of the almond slices. Remember, I told you about the almond slices. And they're all going to go right in there like that. And that's going to be our topping, guys. Our topping that is going to be going into this marvelous dish. Get yourself a lovely bowl, okay? Because things are going to be moving quickly as we go. So what I want to do is I just want to mix it like so. See how beautiful that is? Now I'm going to run into the refrigerator because I have something, and I'm going to get a 1/4 cup of fat-free Greek yogurt. That's what I'm going to get right now. A half a cup of this wonderful Greek yogurt that I had here, and just got it out of the refrigerator so it stays nice and cold. Because, you know, like I said, this is going to move quickly. I'm also going to get a spatula. I forgot to, oh no, you know what? I have a spatula. I have one of this. All right, and now I'm just checking my fish. I have it at about medium. And now I'm going to turn it over because I want my fish to be nice and crispy, especially the skins. Alrighty, so then now, what's the next thing to do here? I'm just going to get ready for when the fish comes out, that we are going to be adding all this deliciousness. In the meantime, I just want to show you what I've done to the little tomato. Isn't it cute? If you're going to have a long one like this, I would just cut it in half, and then I will cut it again, okay? So now you have 4 pieces. And then I'm just going to slice it. Very easy transaction. Anybody can do it. So we're doing about a quarter cup of the tomato. And that's what's going to give the deliciousness. And it's going to be such a tasty, yummy. And everything that I'm using, it all has a very good health profile. I'll be right back. Let me get this right here so I can clear the decks. Alright, so my fish is getting almost done, and I like to have my, because the fish takes a little more time, guys. Oh yes, and it's looking beautiful. And I'm also turning it to the side. I don't know if you can see the sides. And we like our fish medium to medium rare, because you know we do like sushi. If you like your fish to be more cooked, by all means. So what I'm going to do now is my fish is done. I'm going to take it and I'm going to just put it on the side of the bowl like so. Just like that. And then I'm going to cover this because it's going to continuously to finish cooking. In the meantime that I have this over here, I still have my wonderful ghee that I'm using. I'm going to take a tablespoon and I'm going to add 1 and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons, because it's always good to have less than more because you can't take it out. And now I'm going to add my onions to that, just like that. We're going to be sauteing the onions. Oh, it already smells wonderful in here and I haven't done much. Now I'm going to get my carrots, and I'm using, you know, all these beautiful carrots. I love the different colors of the carrots. And again, you know, I use everything organic because I don't want the pesticides. I am 64 years old and I'm in 0 medications except for my asthma. And then what I want to do now is I want to take my wonderful garlic. It's all going to go in here. You know, sometimes I use a spoon, sometimes, you know, I use one of these sheepily things. I have nicknames for everything. So now I'm done with all of this. I'm going to keep my olive oil just on there. In the meantime, what I have here is I have some vegetable stock that I'm going to be utilizing so it gets everybody nicey. I'm going to get this now, and I'm just going to kind of mix this together. And you guys can see that. And it's looking so pretty. And one went on the floor, and guess who got it? My dog. He is right on it. He's right under my feet. He knows what good stuff is. And it smells wonderful in here. We haven't done much of anything. Now for this, guys, I have my granulated, remember, a teaspoon of granulated garlic and a teaspoon of the pepper. And I'm just going to just kind of let it rain that. Right goes in here like so. And then I have my 2 teaspoons of salt, but I'm just going to use 1 for now because I want to see what it tastes like. And what I'm using is, I'm using a no salt vegetable stock. No salt vegetable stock. Okay, remember, in the meantime, we still have our wonderful lentils over here, which now to the lentils, I am going to get this ready. And I got my lemon juice, 1 entire juice of a lemon, and remember the lemon zest. All right, so this is going to go quick, nice and fast. And I want to talk to you guys, you know, about salmon. You know, salmon improves cardiovascular health. Did you know that? It repairs damaged tissues. It is great source of protein. I love salmon, and the salmon that I get, it comes from here in the United States. It comes, it's sustainably raised. It's actually wild caught, so it's not really sustained because it's wild. And another thing that salmon is very good for, it contains potassium and psyllium. And it's full of vitamins, guys. It's full of vitamins. Okay, so now, because this is partially cooked, okay, now I am going to come and bring the wonderful lemon that's going to go in here. I am also going to add my lemon zest, and trust me, I want to get all the lemon zest. You know, one thing about salmon, it is full of different, the vitamin B complex, it's incredible because it's B3, B5, B7, B6, B9, and B12. Yes, it is wonderful for omega fatty acids. And I mean, read about it, do your research, guys. So now I'm going to add my wonderful, oh yes, this is such a beautiful dish, guys. It's so pretty. It's so healthy for you because I hadn't even got into the health benefits of, you know, of lentils. There's tons of, they're high in protein. They're so good for you. Lentils are so good. All right, so now that I have this, now I gotta get my tomatoes that are also gonna go in here. And I'm just going to mix this together because this is coming down in a jiffy. It is like Mardi Gras on a plate. That is how beautiful and pretty this is. It is a beautiful dish. And not only that, it's very healthy for you. And for those that have, that are diabetic, you're only using very little tomatoes. You're not putting a lot of tomatoes. Okay, now to this, what I want to do is I want to add probably about a quarter cup. And I'm going to turn this up higher. Because remember, we cooked, for those moms, you can pre-cook your quinoa and you can pre-cook your lentils the night before. And then when it's the day that you're cooking this, and it keeps very well in the refrigerator in a nice airtight container, so it makes it a lot easier. I don't want this to be soup, but I want these to continue to finish cooking. and it's marrying with everybody together. So what I want to do now is I want to take my spoon, because I want to taste. I want to taste for salt. And see, now I'm going to use the rest of my salt, which it takes good 2 teaspoons. I don't like mine to be very salty. That's why I like to buy everything that is not salted, and then I can salt it as I go. Because, you know, it's important for me not to have a lot of salt. Alright, so this is almost all done. So now what I want to show you is how are we going to plate this. So I still have my beautiful, oh, these guys are looking beautiful. I'm just going to move these out of the way like so. And then what I want to do is I want to shut this off. And look how easy, look how beautiful. You see how beautiful that is, guys? Look how beautiful that is. And this is going to be great for lunch. It's going to be great for dinner. So then what I want to do here is I want to kind of spread these guys around like so. And then what I want to do is I want to come over here. So I'm going to bring my beautiful fish, and I'm just going to just kind of, you know, put them on the side like that. All right, so then what I want to do next is I want to get this marvelous mixture right here, and I just want to kind of sprinkle it like so. You can also sprinkle it a little bit over the fish, because why not? It just gives it such a beautiful deliciousness. And then what I want to do is I want to grab some parsley. I want to grab some parsley, so I'm going to probably utilize about 1/4 cup of parsley. And what I want to do is let me show you so you guys can see, because I got so much going on over here. And then what you want to do is you want to be careful, keep your fingers in the back. And we're going to chop, 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 chop. Because, you know, parsley is full of antioxidants. It's full of vitamins. And it also, not only that, it's also very good. It cleanses your palate. Yes. And, you know, and I love parsley salads. I do. I love parsley salads. And trust me, this right here that's left over, this can be a salad in no time at all, because we are going to be having this as well. So now that I'm just going to chop, 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 chop. Make sure you chop it very well. Now come over here and just kind of let it rain a little bit of that. Just a little bit, not too much, just a little. And then what I would do here is that I would take some of the yogurt and I would just put it over here like so. A little bit of that like that. And even though it's not very spicy, it just gives it such a nice creaminess from when you're having that dish. And then are you guys ready to see what you made? Are you ready to see your lemony yellow lentils with salmon? Let me show you. Let's see how beautiful is this. Look how beautiful the lemony, wonderful lentil, and the delicious, wonderful salmon that it didn't take but a jiffy. And that's all I have for you guys today. This marvelous deliciousness that you deserve this. I want to thank my wonderful sponsors. I want to thank Stephen Bailey with Bailey Fishing and Charters. If you're in the Tampa Bay area, he'll take you fishing and he catches the bigger fish. I also want to thank Solangels for giving me that beautiful nails with Kohler Street. I also want to thank my beautiful sponsor, Cola Harris, with FARMASI. I love FARMASI, what it's done to my skin. And I also want to thank Dario Rodriguez for constantly providing me with wonderful deliciousness. And go visit him at Life and Food Superstores in Ellenton, Florida. And I want to thank you guys for this marvelous, delicious, wonderful lemony, lentil, and salmon.